Every college student at the beginning of their freshman year have few friends. Thus, they may have trouble in getting a new social circle and making new friends. In my spoken part, I will talk about how I felt at the beginning of the semester and how I changed from time to time. Like average international student attending school, I wasn't accustomed to the life here at the beginning of the semester, and of course, I made some mistakes. The first one is I only made foreign friends. Avoid making friends with Chinese. I know this seems really stupid, but at that time, since everyone here were really good at speaking English, I really wanted to speak English fluently. As a result, I had little conversation with the Chinese in my BGI team. Most of the time, I spoke to other Indians and Koreans and Europeans in my team. I made a lot of foreign friends at that time, but I still felt very lonely at that time because I thought they couldn't understand me like other Chinese people. Another mistake I made is I was too hurried to blend in college as well as American culture. To act like people here, although sometimes I want to have some Chinese food, I still went to American restaurants to have meals. And I kept taking part in all kinds of parties and activities, though sometimes I feel so tired and so I didn't like them. For the most ridiculous and childish mistake I made is that I pretended I was strong enough to live in America alone. When my parents calling me, I just talked with them for a few words, pretending I was so happy and so busy with the life here. What's more, I pretended I know all American culture and etiquette. For example, when I went to a restaurant, I pretended I know how to order a steak, but actually I didn't. Instead of saying, I want a medium well one, I said I want a 70% cooked one. In the middle of the semester, I made some change, but I think it's still not appropriate. I feel so tired in blending American culture, so I nearly gave up. During that time, the friends I made were all Chinese. I know that sounds kind of extreme, but I was just too tired to get in a new culture, and I just want to find some place to relax. After class, hardly did I talk in English. I because a whole day's study made me exhausted, so the only thing I want to do is get relaxed. And apparently, talking in Chinese, speaking in Chinese is much more easier for me. I stopped going to any parties, just staying in the dorm playing computer games at that time. Comparing to curl up in my chair and playing games with my acquaintances, going to a party, and trying to make new friends. It's so challenging, especially for someone like me who doesn't enjoy party at all. I cannot understand why Americans love drinking and eating and parties so much. I would rather watching a new episode of Game of Thrones. Now, I think I found the balance on my social life. I make both American friends and Chinese friends now, and I do different things with different people. For example, I hang out with American friends, watching football matches and movies. I think that's a really good way to experience American culture and to experience American life. And I play PC games and playing cards with my Chinese friends, since those kind of recreations are really popular among Chinese people. Every weekend, there are a lot of Chinese play mahjong, a kind of playing cards, a kind of chess, in the basement of Owen and Meredith. On Sunday night, I will get out with some students who are also coming from Beijing. having Chinese food, talking about our hometown, our old schools, old teachers, old friends, old classmates. This is a very, very good way to get relaxed. I mean, we are actually miles apart from our country, although people here are really, really kind and warm hearted. Maybe we still are a little bit homesick sometimes. For something important, I realized the true meaning of parties and activities. I think they're just ways to entertain myself. The purpose of taking parties should be getting relaxed and enjoying myself. So I shouldn't force myself to take part in just because I want to blend in American culture. Learning in college is hard enough, so in my spare time, I should do what I want to do instead of doing something I'm not interested interested in for any reasons. And I think it is my persistence that enables me to interact and get in American culture. If I was not persistent enough, I may give up trying when I feel tired and lonely at the middle of the semester. And every time I nearly give up, I tell to myself, come on, Xinglu, trust yourself. You can do it. Just give it a shot. I use the same moral in China too. Because China, just like the US, has a large territory and population. As a result, people as well as culture varies a lot from this part of China to that part of China. So if I want to make friends with people from other parts of China, I have to be persistent. I have to try a lot of times to communicate with them because sometimes, seriously, we think in a different way. I know that find a proper way to live in college need time. So with my persistence, I will keep trying new ways and adjust my lifestyle to make me get a good school performance and while feeling happy. Thank you.